Elise, this bill is 43 pages long. Right now in my hand, I only have 4 pages. I'm not trying to kill a tree here, but really out of all of these changes, it comes down to 2 major things. The first is permits. This bill would ultimately change the amount of time teenage drivers have to hold a permit before getting their driver's license.
Clancy, you say you're hearing that this may have been a house explosion, right?
Megan, without a doubt, neighbors are saying that this was an explosion. They all woke up at around 4:45 this morning to a very loud noise. And when they stepped outside, this is what they saw. I mean, it's a little bit hard to see because of all of this smoke, but the house is pretty much gone at this point. And as you can see, firefighters are still working away. There are several spots that are still burning. The woman inside, I'm told, was around 50 years old, 50s, 60s, and she was taken away in an ambulance. Neighbors say that they saw firefighters work on her, give her CPR. We do not yet have an update on her condition after that, but we do know that it was serious. And another way that we know that this was an explosion, by the way, is if we kind of come this way, you can see pieces of this house all the way across the street. We see doors, windows, siding. We even see Christmas decorations laying on the ground. And then I was actually walking, I want to say, maybe 20 feet away, and there were still pieces that you can find of that house. Like I said, I've been speaking with neighbors all morning, and right here with me is Forrest Elliott. Forrest, how did you first hear about this, and where do you live?
I live over on Avon Way. I woke up this morning, came out to get the newspaper, and couldn't believe the smell of the smoke and how bad it was.
Wow, and you said that there was another explosion
There was another explosion about a year and a half ago over on Avon Way.
Do you know the cause of that one?
It was natural gas, kind of the same thing.
All right. Well, officials are obviously still trying to figure out the cause of this fire here. We will keep you updated all morning long. For now, live in Kettering, Clancy Burke, Fox 45 News on ABC. Megan, right now I'm standing in front of K Jewelers, and every kiss might begin with K, but every happy child begins with a visit to see Santa Claus, and that's exactly why I am headed towards Santa's Village right now, which, if you ask me, is basically the happiest place on earth. What I love so much about this place is that the second that you walk through these doors, boom, you are greeted with an inspirational quote: "You are stronger than you seem, braver than you believe, and smarter than you think." And really, that's because here at Lauren Confer Center, it's not just about treating that physical addiction, but really treating that mental addiction. Right now, I'm here with Richard Confer, who created this center. And Richard, can you kind of just speak to me about that? Why is it so important to treat mental health?
I'm not a meteorologist, but let me tell you something. It is so cold. I'm still trying to figure out, is my nose still there? I can't feel it. And you know who else is cold? Your car. Nothing is worse than when you wake up, you're going to work, and you realize your car is just covered in snow or ice, and you have to get out and scrape it. Well, if you're smart the night before, you won't have to, because the night before a big snowfall, you should take out your car mat, put it on your windshield, and then when it snows, it'll go right on the windshield. The next morning, all you have to do is take off the mat. Voila. Another use for the mat is putting it underneath your car right there next to the tire.
Megan, today, Madeline Marks will plead either guilty or not guilty to having sexual relationships with 2 of her students. But court documents show that Marks already admitted to having these relationships. And not only that, she also admits to sending nude photos of herself via social media. And one of the sites she used is Snapchat. It's actually an app on your phone that allows you to send photos for up to 10 seconds. And then after that, they are erased forever.
Good morning, Elise. So right now I want to describe for you a nightmare scenario. You're cruising, driving, maybe with a friend or two, when all of a sudden your car gets stuck in snow. So you obviously get out of your car, get those muscles ready. You're ready for the push of your life. And, okay, so you're going. But then look at your feet. In the snow, they might slide. So what do? Well, people recommend taking a sock, keeping it in your car, and you can actually put this over your boots. You probably won't fit on my boots. Look at these. I'll have to ask Bigfoot what size he wears for socks. But if you are wearing normal boots, it most likely will work. My next hack, I want to come over here to this other side of the car. We're actually going to be taking something that I bet you own, and it is Pam cooking spray.
This is on East Pearl Street, and I'm told that there was a family inside that home at the time of the fire, but they all did get out safely, including 2 young children. children. I'm told that they're at the hospital now, but I'm going to step away so that you can see firefighters obviously still working here. This fire began just before 7 this morning, and you can see they already are making a lot of progress. Even just 5 minutes ago when I arrived, flames were shooting everywhere, and now, you know, you can see it's pretty much just smoke. And I can tell you the fact that the smoke is white is a very good sign, because that means that most of the flames are out. Another big factor is that the fire station is just a couple of blocks away, so firefighters were able to get here relatively quickly. As for the cause of the fire, we do not yet know. I will be speaking with investigators, but I did speak with a neighbor who told me that the walls in all of these homes are very thin. They're called Guntherton. It means they're about 2 inches thick, so that could have played a factor, that fire spreading from room to room. But I'll be here all morning getting updates for you. So I know parents out there might be a little bit confused. I mean, personally, I am, but do not worry, because A, I've got you covered, and B, did you know that there are printable Star Wars family trees out there? I sure as heck did not, but this morning my director Brandy actually provided me this little cheat sheet. Also, I do have a literal cheat sheet, some notable things. Luke is alive and Darth is dead. I want to show you some things though. So we have so much, this entire aisle here, but this is not where it ends. Oh no, it does not. There's aisles that go back here, and then also I want to take you to this aisle. It's Legos, and what kid does not like Legos?